following program is an exclusive Disruption Networks production.
So you just bought your dream home, and now it's time to move. Let's face it, nobody likes to move. All the packing, unpacking, lifting, upstairs, downstairs, and broking everything, including your back. Let the professionals at EJA Moving Company take all the stress and pain out of your move. Competitively priced moving, relocation services, office moves, and complete packing and unpacking services. They work with everybody to make it simple and easy for you to move and relocate. Call EJA Moving Company at 315-335-0516. When it's time to relocate, have EJA Moving do all the work for you. Hit them up online, ejamoving.com.
Hey, Disruption Network. This is Mike Sacco, the general manager at Nye Volkswagen of Rome. If you don't know me by name, it's only because you have not received the best deal. There's only one reason to leave Utica, and that's to come see me in Rome and get the best deal on your next new, pre-owned, or certified VW. Mention that you heard this ad from Disruption Network and receive $250 off your next vehicle purchase. You'll know why our customers say, I love my Nye VW. Come see us at 5865 Rome Taberg Road in Rome or visit us online at nyvwofrome.com.
Join us Saturday, October 13th as Disruption Network and Doughboy Barbecue presents Trip Fest 2 at the Jewish Community Center, 2310 Oneida Street in Utica. A night to pay homage to Vinny, Captain Trip Moriel. Utica icon, yo! Come pick through all Captain Trip's personal treasures, local artist display, food from Doughboy Barbecue, beer, wine, and live music. Bands include, after a 24-year hiatus, the return of Torrance, Kate Devin, The Crazy Fools, Thunderwatt, and a 315 All-Star tribute to the Grateful Dead. Tickets are $10 in advance and $15 at the door. Partial proceeds to benefit Laney's Army. Doors open at 6 o'clock. Taurus kicks it all off at 6:30. It's Trip Fest 2, Saturday, October 13th. Trip Fest 2 is sponsored by Nye Volkswagen of Rome, 92.7 FM The Drive, Priceless Inspection, Donato Appraisal Services, Dr. Scott DeMichele, and Saranac Brewery.
The Property Sisters of the Mohawk Valley was born when three top producing agents with over 25 years of combined experience selling real estate joined forces to take real estate to the next level. We practice with honesty, integrity, and the knowledge to help make the buying and selling process easy and stress-free for all of our clients. We pledge to always make our clients our top priority from start to finish and even after the house is closed. We will always be a valued resource for information and assistance for our buyers and sellers. Our customers over the years have become not only past clients, but great friends. As we join hands together as the Property Sisters of the Mohawk Valley, we look forward to serving our clients and our community and making a positive difference. You can reach us at 315-601-9630 for all of your real estate needs. Happy Monday. Happy to have you with us. And today I have Selma and Lou with us, and we're going to go over the home ownership centers and the refugee centers buyer seminar that we have coming up on September 27th. How are you guys?
Doing well.
I'm glad you could join me. This is kind of exciting, this seminar. I think so many people are just a little bit afraid, to make that first step and maybe just don't know where to start. And so it's nice that you're putting this together and kind of directing them. Mm-hmm. So where is it going to be?
It's actually going to be right at the refugee center. So we moved offices, so we're no longer on Park Ave. We moved down to Bleecker Street, so we're right in the heart of downtown Utica. Right. And that's great because most of our clients are in that area.
Whereabouts on Bleecker?
201 Bleecker Street.
Okay, give us a landmark.
Right. Oh my goodness. Right around the corner, Genesee Street and Bleecker Street, right at that intersection. Perfect. Right down the street from there. Yeah, right there.
Right downtown.
Yeah, definitely the heart. And
excellent.
Talking to Lou and talking to Kristen, we decided it would be good to have it there because most of our clients are very familiar with our center. So. Right. They're more comfortable. Setting. Exactly. That's what's so important for us, to have them comfortable. Then they'll be able to ask questions, and get more information.
So how long is the seminar and when does it start?
The seminar we're anticipating about an hour and a half.
Okay.
Yeah. And What was your other question? I'm sorry, Adeline.
What time does it start?
It starts at 12:30 p.m. So we're looking to end maybe 1:30, 1:45 roughly.
Okay. Excellent.
Yeah, so not too long. Definitely, I know that Lou and Kristen have a ton of great information that our clients need to hear, and yeah.
Right. What kind of information will you be giving out?
Well, what me and Kristen were thinking is, we're really just going to go over basic stuff and really kind of more or less get started.
Right. Just a general outline. This is what to expect when you start.
Basically, I mean, some of the things that we were going to cover is she's going to go over what the Home Ownership Center offers, as far as the home buyer education goes. I can go over, the role of a realtor just to try to teach them, what exactly our job is and how we can help. Right. Then we're also going to get into getting them pre-qualified, what they need for that, and kind of go over preparing them for that as well.
Excellent.
And then Kristen, in turn, is going to talk about the grant money that's available, when they come take the class.
Which is very exciting. Mm-hmm. If you don't know about the Home Ownership Center's grants, really look into it, make a call to them. They're awesome.
Oh, it's great what they offer down there.
Yeah, definitely.
And, basically just kind of go over the purchase process with them, not step by step, but just enough to give them an overview of
you're going to need an inspection and
basic stuff. Because we were thinking we didn't want to throw too much at them because then we're either going to confuse them or we're going to scare them.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just going to keep it pretty basic.
Yeah.
At least for the first one to see how it goes.
I think that's so great that they're definitely keeping it basic, because a lot of these clients that we're dealing with, the language barrier, it's too much. So for them to process all of this information, if it's too much information, they're not able to.
Right.
So that's why, I'm so glad that Lou and Kristen have been able to, simplify this.
Break
and
it down
great.
into smaller bites.
Yeah.
Easy to digest.
Exactly.
I mean, really, they're gonna want to take the class at the Home Ownership Center, obviously to see if they qualify for the grant money, but to really learn more about it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And
this
that's
is
where you get into detail.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. This is more or less to spark their interest, let them know that we're here to help. I mean, because I'm sure a lot of them, want to get into their own home, and just don't know where to even begin. And that's really what this is going to be about.
Yeah, because I'm sure real estate is different no matter where you go, especially, even just in the United States, the difference between New York and Florida, an escrow state versus an attorney state. I'm sure in other countries it's vastly different.
Mm-hmm. And, most of these individuals who are buying a home, exactly,
it just never would have even factored into their lives.
Never. These individuals were living in refugee camps, and they were building their houses out of straw, out of mud, making something out of nothing.
Exciting.
Exactly. And now you're in this land of the free. You're buying your house here. So
I've dealt with quite a few refugees, and I have to say that it's always selfishly the most rewarding.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
The smallest sale I've ever done is my favorite. And it was a house on Campbell Street. It was gorgeous. Refugees bought it, and it was probably the smallest stick-built house, money-wise, that I have sold.
Yeah.
And it was my favorite, and it's just great. I love that.
It's interesting you say that. At the refugee center, so when we have immigrants and refugees coming over, we secure a home for them.
Right.
So when we're picking them up from the airport, we're bringing them straight home, and setting up these apartments, just like you said, selfishly, so rewarding. And it's just like, you go home after the day and you're like, wow, like I made a difference in someone's life. Right. When you see their face, it's in just exactly
difference.
Like they're just renting, and it's just your basic apartment. They've never had a stove, they've never had anything. Exactly. And that's what's so important. It's theirs.
Yeah.
So.
And you almost want to go home and pinch yourself. You're like, all right,
is this real?
What did I do to be so lucky that I get to do this like every day?
You're absolutely right.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I love that you get to do that.
Yeah, it's amazing. I swear, it's so rewarding. And people always ask me, what do you do for a living? And once I start talking about my job, they're like, I've never met someone so enthusiastic about what they do. And it's like, listen, if you were to go to my office for one day and do what I'm doing, you'd understand why it's so rewarding. You know what I mean? You'd understand the enthusiasm. Exactly. So I think it's important.
I love it. Will you have translation services on hand that day?
We don't plan to. So the way we have scheduled the class, we schedule the class following our citizenship class.
Oh,
so
okay.
The center offers so many different things on top of the ESL classes and citizenship classes. we want to give them something extra. Right. So, they're going to stick around. Of course, their English is much more proficient compared to, having this seminar, for example, after an ESL class. The information, if we were to, do something like that, of course we would provide the interpretation for it. But
it won't be necessary.
No, it won't be necessary for this one.
Good.
Yeah.
That's good. Well, what are some of the other services? Let's talk, because so many people don't know that there's a resource center for refugees and that it's, the third biggest in the country?
It is. I don't know what number we are up there, so I don't want to say the wrong thing, but I know we're definitely up there. And we've resettled over 16,000 refugees since...
That's incredible.
Yeah, since they became incorporated in 1981. So it's been quite a while, but we offer so many services. So we've got a couple of different departments. Our resettlement department, they are the busiest. So they really handle, who's coming in. They handle the airport pickups. They handle making sure they're getting their immunization, setting up the apartments, taking them to the apartments, showing them, cultural competency. How do you use a stove? When does the garbage go out? It's things that are so regular to us in our day-to-day basis.
It's so basic.
Exactly. These are things that they're not really, they're not familiar with. So that's what the resettlement department does. I'm sorry. After that, we've got tone translation. So they do translation of documents from different countries. Phenomenal work. They are absolutely amazing individuals. They have employees all throughout internationally. So all throughout the world, they have employees. Now there's the Office for New Americans, whom I'm employed through. We do a lot of, acclimating, helping immigrants and refugees really acclimate to society. So like I said, the ESL classes, the citizenship classes, preparing for your exam. We do a lot of other things. So me specifically, I do a lot of navigator training. So I'm training my volunteers to go out into the community and educate our immigrants and refugees and the low income. That's one bracket that I guess I always miss. Our services are not just for immigrants and refugees. And I'll kind of get into that a little more when I talk about the employment department.
Okay.
But we provide services for the low income as well. So there's so much that we offer. We offer workshops like this. We do community conversations, roundtables. What are issues in the community that we're not seeing because we're in our office that the public can voice to us so we can figure out programs and figure out other workshops.
That's huge.
To mend those things. You know what I mean? We're really, I guess the main goal with my position in the Office for New Americans is bridging that gap, really.
Where services are missed.
Exactly. Right. We have a grant writing department. We've got a financial department, the employment department. That's where the low income part really comes in handy. The employment department isn't specifically just for immigrants and refugees. If you're low income and you're looking for employment, we can help you. You know what I mean? We offer that, and so many people don't know that.
That's incredible.
Exactly.
So if you're looking for a job, the Resource Center could be able to help.
We can help you. I'll see you there. So other than that, we've got our immigration department. It is a one-person department. Also, our citizenship department, one person there. It took a big toll on us when the election ran around, and we lost a lot of funding. A lot of our staff had to be laid off. I know for our executive director, it was harder than I could ever imagine. So we did take a couple of losses, but guess what? We're back, and we're stronger than we were before. So that's what's so important, and that's why having things like this workshop to expand our immigrants and refugees in the community and have them contributing even more to the economy.
Right.
It's important, and people, I guess, overlook that just a little too much. They're really focused on media and stuff like that. No, these are regular people, and the services we provide are for regular people. So. Yeah.
I love that you said that.
Thank you.
I do, because, there is a lot of, negativity that swirls around, be it from wherever. And it's just really, my family's only been in this country 2 generations, so I'm really not that far removed.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. And I came here as a refugee myself. So that's why, we're talking about the rewarding part of things. That's what makes it even better. You know what I mean? Where they came from,
right? What
exactly the traumas. It's you're familiar, so it makes the work I do and the work we do at the center. And now that I think about it, our center is actually made up of a lot of immigrants and refugees and employed. There's so many. not all of us almost. No, not all of us, but most of us. So, it's things like that.
Yeah, and I tend to find that you really have to go through something to know what somebody's been through because you can read about it and it's just never the same. Mm-hmm. You just never know what anybody else has gone through unless you've been there.
I absolutely agree.
So I love that there is so many of you refugees that are actually working there.
Thank you.
And then helping the next round. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like that progress.
Yeah.
And,
exactly. It's like paying it forward, I guess. So,
absolutely. Yeah, somebody did it for you, so now.
Yep. And it's funny you say that because I actually came through the same refugee center I'm now working for.
Did you really?
So, yeah,
How old
that's
were you?
just, I was 5 when I came here. Yeah.
Do you remember anything about it, or was it just so scary and traumatic that
it was
everything's just kind of a blur?
Very, very traumatic. What I do remember from my childhood, and this is so sad to say, but it's the stigmas and the stereotypes attached. Even as a kid, you were bullied because you were different. Like you didn't speak English, and that was such a big thing. So it was definitely hard. But do I remember the journey over? Absolutely not. I don't. I just don't. And I know what my mom tells me. You know what I mean?
Right.
I hear stories from my grandparents. They're actually the ones who sponsored us to come here. They came here before we did. But yeah, and it's funny about the homeownership center again, and I just keep referencing back to it. But when my mom bought her house in America, before she ever bought her house, we had to pay back our airfare for coming to the United States.
Okay.
So I think that's something a lot of people don't know. Individuals, immigrants and refugees need to pay back their airfare prior to buying a home, getting a car. It's kind of like you got this on credit.
So that's like you can't do anything
until
this
that
debt is settled.
Yeah. So my mom went through the homeownership center. She didn't even know that she had this on her, on her record.
Bill.
Yeah, she had no idea until she went to buy her first home.
Oh, gee.
And she actually used it. She said, "Oh, are they still on Genesee Street?" And I was like, "Yeah, Mom, they are." She's like, "Is it that like one colorful building on the corner?" I'm like,
Big
"Yep,
blue
Mom,
building.
that's it." She's like, "Yep, I went there when I bought my first house," and she's actually still living in her first house. Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, so it's amazing, all of these services and these things within the community, they intersect,
and they're still going strong.
and they are still going strong. 20 years later.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
and that's really awesome. Well, you do quite a bit with the homeownership center yourself.
Yeah, been teaching there for about a year now. Actually, I go in and do a lot of what we put down on here. I go over buyer agency, the purchase process. I kind of coach them on how to shop, that kind of a thing. And I mean, because of my relationship with Kristen, and then I ended up finding out Selma, and I've actually known Selma for quite some time. I used to be your phone guy. I sold you your first phone.
You really did. I don't even remember,
16,
literally
17 maybe
something
like that. So it was a long time ago.
All this full circle.
Seriously,
Yeah,
seriously.
But in working with Kristen and doing those classes and really teaching people what's out there as far as shopping for a home, I ended up reconnecting with Selma, and I just thought it would be a great idea to kind of mix the two. So I introduced the two of them. We've had a couple of meetings going over, setting up these seminars. I'm hoping we can maybe do them like once a month, like set a goal of that.
Yeah.
And I also plan on, doing a seller seminar for them as well, just to
that's nice too, because
give them both sides. So
they've never sold a home,
and it's going to be really good for us. So the center, we're doing so many renovations. So if you walk in there and you see things everywhere, we're doing renovations. I'm sorry, guys, but one thing we're actually adding, it's the One World Welcome Center. So the Welcome Center is actually going to include office spaces, and these little desks and stuff. They're for organizations within the community. So Lou here and, the homeownership center, they will have a slot. And our clients,
nice will that be?
Exactly, our clients,
they'll have access.
They'll have them right there.
Right.
So, and I think that's so important. I personally have never bought a home, but I feel like you would want to trust the person, you're putting all of
it's
this.
Crucial.
Exactly.
You definitely have
can't
to.
work with somebody who doesn't
there you go.
trust you
And having
you
him
don't
there,
trust.
to build that trust, to build that, comfortability.
Yes.
It's going to be amazing. That's I'm really looking forward to it. As am I, definitely.
It's all about relationships. Definitely.
It definitely is.
I mean,
real estate, so many people think that real estate is sales, and I guess to some extent it that is a portion of it, but it's really not. It's you spend so much time with people, you do get involved,
you get to know them. You know what I mean? They're not
and
just
you
a
start hanging
customer.
out with them. Actually, you check in with them. It's just,
Yeah.
It is.
It's more than that.
It does. And you do have to trust each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if you don't trust your realtor, you're going to overlook something.
Absolutely.
You shouldn't overlook.
Absolutely. And it's great. The trust thing, again, they're more, these individuals are more likely to trust someone who looks like them compared to someone who doesn't. So
right.
I don't look like many of the people I'm helping today. Mm-hmm. Back when I came to the U.S., I'm sure I look like many of them, right. But knowing Lou and seeing Lou, it's going to be great. I'm so excited for this to open. Yeah, so I'm really, it's going to be great. It's going to be great.
Won't be a bad thing there.
No, but it is. It's all about making sure that they're comfortable because.
Well, and that's why I wanted to spend the time down there because if I come in and I do these seminars and I bolt out the door, they might not be as willing to approach me as to where. If I'm kind of hanging around and they're in and out, whether they're talking to me or not, they're gonna, recognize my face, see who I am, and
get to know you.
If somebody happens to ask about a house, we'll walk down the hall and go talk to Lou, and that's kind of the plan.
Yeah, and that's what we want. You know what I mean? So other organizations, of course, are welcome too. But yeah, it's gonna be great. It really is.
I love it.
Very
nice. So what exactly the One World?
Yes, One World Welcome Center. Yep.
Okay, so it'll just be like little offices and then maybe like a little lounge area?
Yes. So all of the logistics yet we're really not sure of. Right. We aren't really almost there yet. We're expecting it most likely to be done by middle of maybe like February, March. Okay. Even there, I could be wrong. You know what I mean? The timing of things, the weather plays a major
Nothing
role.
Ever goes as
exactly.
Planned, so.
But that's what we are planning, having an office space available for services that are in the community, all types of services, not just, real estate and home ownership, right. Health, in terms of the law. You know what I mean? Like we want people there. Exactly. Yeah. We want people there. That's also we want our center to be a one-stop shop.
Right.
So we don't want to send you up the street to go here, or you'll need to call a cab or take a bus to go here. You'll have what you need right there.
Right.
So that's what our goal is. That's what we really want to do. We want to make things more accessible, because how are you supposed to explain to someone where Genesee Street, where the law office is, all the way down here
when they don't understand
English? Exactly. It. Like it's you just can't do it like that. So that's why we're really pushing to get all of this there. We want that. We want our clients to have access to everything. What our natives have, we want them to have those opportunities too.
Right. And resources are only as good as the access.
Exactly.
If you can't access a resource, then it's
no good. Yep.
I love that. That'll make everything so much easier.
I agree. I definitely agree.
Yeah. And I love that you're doing a seminar, because you do seminars, like we said, with the Home Ownership Center all the time, which maybe wouldn't be targeted or, as understandable for a refugee going in. So I'm glad that you did break it down. We talked about this a few months ago. You had the idea, and I loved it then, and I love it even more now.
Thank you.
It really, it's a huge difference. You're talking to a whole group that doesn't really understand it. And
I mean, Kristen and the Home Ownership Center, they do a wonderful job. Like, there's a financial coaching section, which is not part that I'm a part of, but they literally sit down and they can go over their finances with them and, help them set up a plan. If they can sit down with them, and if they're not ready, they can show them how to get ready.
Right.
And that's what I think is the most important part for them, because once they get that out of the way and they know a little bit about the process, and especially what the Home Ownership Center has to offer. I mean, there's first home clubs, there's grant money, depending on where you want to move in the area. It's, wonderful. Everybody should be taking advantage of it. I mean, anyone that I run into, I tell them, they should go down there.
I've had clients that just absolutely rave.
They're all wonderful in there.
They love it. They loved it. They had a great time. And actually, we just recently closed with them. And
wow.
Yeah, they're thrilled.
That's awesome.
So excited. They were just the most adorable. I love them. But yeah, it really does scary. When you have something you don't know, it's scary. So
and I assume this is something, that's probably a big goal of a lot of people that are down there too. So, I mean, like I said before, we're going to kind of go over everything, but we're really just going to try not to scare them. We want to give them direction,
Well, I think this could also turn into maybe like a series. whereas, you go to the first seminar A or whatever.
Right.
And you get the basic outline of whatever. And then seminar B could be, a little bit more in depth with, exactly what kind of mortgages or whatever. And
I was thinking about that
really,
too.
Yeah.
Just kind of doing a basic overview, and then, say people went through the class at the home ownership center, they've got their pre-qualification. Well, now I could really we could get into like
talk
the meat
about
and potatoes of the
and appraisals,
right, and help them show them how to shop, and
because there's so much.
Yeah, because I think the main thing will be teaching them, what to look for based on their financing, because we both know, that's kind of what you have to do.
You do.
Depending on what financing you have, it also depends on the type of condition the house has to be in that we have to find for you, and that's not going to be something they're even going to think twice about. They're just going to see their amount and say, okay,
I can buy a house for this much.
Yeah,
so much but so much for all the peeling paint that you have to paint the entire house before you close.
Right. So I want to help. I want this to be easy on them, because if they're coming in and, not getting the correct information and things like that, like I don't want it to turn into a mess. I'm going to make sure it's structured, and I want to make sure they know exactly what they're getting themselves into, and I want them to know that I'm here to help them along the way.
And I like how you said that, Lou, the correct information. Yes. There's so much information, floating around in the community, and it's not
My
true.
friend's mother used to be a realtor like 10 years ago, and she says, and I'm like, okay, and what does this mother do now? Oh, nothing. She's a housewife.
There you go.
Uh-huh.
Tell me no more.
My personal favorite is so I went online and
yeah.
So Google told me.
You Google your symptoms too, don't you?
Seriously.
But Kristen is saying they have a few scholarships available for free financial coaching. So if you are looking at maybe, doing a little financial coaching and figuring out, where your finances are, or maybe you don't have finances and you really need financial coaching. Call Kristen, 315-724-4197, and she's happy to give you some details.
Yeah, whether you think you're ready or not, the financial coaching is worth it, because
really
they'll put you on a path.
Mm-hmm. Kristen, sign me up for the class. Thanks.
Oh, that'll make your mother so happy.
Oh, it will. It will. So, Selma, you're staying in Utica? Maybe.
She'll probably call me and tell me to hurry up and find a house.
I know. She's like,
will you
on,
just
Lou?
get her something?
Just get her something to keep her here.
Her mother's a sweetheart. She's always one of my favorite people.
Thanks, Lou.
Love it.
Yeah.
So you guys, how long have you known each other?
God, when I worked in the mall forever ago.
Yeah.
I quit.
Maybe
I quit the mall 8 years ago.
Oh my God.
So it's been
like 10.
It's been at least 10. At least 10.
And now you have this project.
And now, it's great. It's so great.
It's pretty cool, because I ended up, getting in contact, and I walk in and it's
me.
And it's Selma, and I'm like, you're my point of contact.
It's me.
What I love about this area though, is that everything seems to be, well, you walked in and you go, well, you were on the clean sweep with the mayor.
Yes. I remember exactly. See, that's I think that's so cool, and that's the one thing that kind of it's kind of keeping me here. You know what I mean? Like those community ties, and everyone kind of just knows everyone. And if you need help with this, oh, I know someone you can call for that. So
yeah. A very strong sense of community here.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
very
definitely.
Community.
Very welcoming community also. Very welcoming. And our immigrants and refugees, and I myself can't thank the community enough for being that way.
Yeah. I do love that.
Yeah.
I do. It's probably why it's one of the biggest refugee centers, because it just does work here.
Yeah.
I mean, I think most of us here are, just a few generations out from, the boat, so to speak, or, whatever you want to say. I mean, a lot of us are Italians, Irish, Dutch. We haven't been here that long.
Exactly.
So, yeah, that's good. So 12:30 on the 27th.
Yes.
And then, so the other events that you do, are there like set times when you do?
So we do our ESL classes. So English for second language. I know they're always changing it. So now it's like English for speakers of another language and ESOL for other language. Oh my God,
they're better English skills.
Come see us. Yeah. So they always change the name around, but so learning English, we offer those. We offer so many different classes. My office mate Zaid actually really takes care of that. We do the naturalization, prepping, for your exam. We also have a pro bono attorney. So what that pro bono attorney does, she is from Syracuse, so she works, with immigrants and refugees who are having legal issues, who are, for example, attempting to get their citizenship and they've got something holding them back, right. Or something as minor as a traffic ticket. Sometimes someone comes in and they're like, "Oh my God, I got this thing for jury duty and I don't even know what I'm supposed to do with it."
What is jury duty?
Oh God, seriously, that's what you have to explain to, and it's you got to kind of break everything down, but we've got people for that, so it's great. Another thing we're doing, so actually this Wednesday night, I had the honor of organizing this wonderful, wonderful workshop with Sculpture Space. And an artist, Anna, she is a Bosnian as well. She moved to London in the 80s, I believe. She's an artist from there. She's finishing her residency here. So she knows about our Bosnian refugee community, right. And that was really her main focus. That's where she's from. That's what she wanted to really look into. So we organized immigrant and refugee storytelling through sculpting.
Oh.
So I kind of changed her mind a little. We met a few times and I said, "Listen, I love what you're doing, but can I just throw an idea out at you?" And she's like, "Yeah, Selma, like anything." I said, "We have so many new immigrants and refugees who aren't from Bosnia." Her focus was that. I said, right. You've got individuals from Burma, Sudan, mm-hmm. Palestine, whose wounds are so fresh. Imagine what their sculptures can speak. They'll speak volumes. Right. So I had the honor of organizing that, and we actually finished our sculptures last week. So the workshops were Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Got those done. So we're having an art exhibit at Sculpture Space on Wednesday. So that we're planning.
Open to the public?
Yes, it is open to the public. We'll have refreshments there. There will be a few other artists featuring their work as well. Of course, you'll see what we created. It's going to be great. It starts at 6:00. Sculpture Space, 12 Gate Street, Utica, New York, 13502. That's one of them. We do community education also. So that, again, is not just for our immigrants and refugees. We have so many organizations coming in, On Point for College, the Red Cross coming in, talking about donating blood, disaster relief, restoring family links, all of these different things. We have them every third Friday of the month. Right now, we're having them at the Chancellor Apartments. Our center, again, is getting renovated, so we don't have the place for it. But
growing pains. It's just growing.
It's just growing. Yes, it is. You got that right, Adeline. So we do so much. I know our website, we usually keep everything up to date there. I know in October we've got our amazing annual Human Rights Film Festival, the Unspoken Film Festival. Yes, it's at the Munson Williams Proctor Arts Institute.
Nice.
We show a film. We have a wonderful reception. It's great. It's really great.
What's the website?
www.mvrcr.org. Right on there, I know right when I was on the page this morning so many times, right when you get on there, you'll see the banner for the Unspoken event that's coming up. It's such a major event, and we really take pride in that. Prior to working at the center, I was an intern, and I had the honor of working on that last year. So yeah, it was great. And I really think the community should come out and see these things and be involved. It's wonderful. And the films are always just beyond touching. You'll leave that room.
Wednesday, you said?
No, this one is October 11th and 12th. Okay. That one's then.
The sculptures.
Yep.
Sorry.
The sculptures are Wednesday, 6:00. And for if anyone wants more information about Unspoken or anything like that, come see us at the center. You can actually find my contact information on the website I gave you too. So go right on there. Contact me personally. I can put you in communication with someone who can maybe give you more info if you're interested in something specific. But yeah, and if there's anyone in the community looking to do a workshop about something they see, hey, this is what I see as a citizen. Can we organize something like this, or to educate our immigrants and refugees, our new neighbors about this? Call me. I'm always looking for stuff like that.
Sorry, this is going back to my experiences in real estate. I'd like to see one maybe on safety. Yeah, because I've had situations where, the inspector will take off a cover from an electric panel and someone will come over and try and spray Windex into that said electric panel, which is...
Really?
No.
Yeah, it was dangerous. And I kind of swatted her hand away, which her husband did not like at all. So I kind of had to, no, I'm not trying to hurt her.
Yeah.
But dead. We would have all been dead.
Yeah, it's stuff like that.
Right,
See?
but I would like to maybe see if you...
Absolutely.
Yeah,
definitely. Oh, yeah.
In your busy schedule, just work that in.
Gotcha. Thanks,
No
Adeline.
problem. You know what? I'll throw out Josh Amodio. He would probably do something like that.
Yeah,
He
great.
has a strong teaching background as far as in the construction trades. And he's
Wonderful.
also a practicing inspector.
Oh my God, great. Yeah, definitely. So
and
I'll
Josh
be contacting you, Joe.
super community oriented.
Really?
Yeah, he
Josh, love you.
He actually he comes into the home ownership center a lot. And,
Really?
and talks to them as well. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So as we're throwing Josh under the bus with Priceless Inspections, quality inspection, our friend Eddie Elsheimer is also chiming in. Hi, Eddie. EJA Moving, who, oh my God, I love them. They've moved me 3 times.
Really?
Yeah, we downsized, and then my mother decided she wanted to move in, which I God love her. So we had to upsize. So yeah, like within a year, way less than a year, he moved us from our home of 24 years into a house of a couple of months, and then he moved my mother in.
Oh
with
my
us. So it was
goodness.
like
Nice.
3 right in a row, and I was like, Eddie, I love you. I'm sorry.
Oh
But
goodness.
phenomenal. Oh my
Great.
gosh, they
That's
wrap
great.
everything, and all of
Really?
his guys are like the sweetest little thing.
I think
Nice.
those might have been the guys who helped us move. Maybe. I don't know.
If they were awesome and
They were freaking
adorable,
awesome. They were.
then it was EJ.
Adeline, it might have been them.
I'm telling you, it had to be. So if you're moving, you need to give EJA a call, 315-335-0516. They really do it all. They'll pack you. They'll unpack you. If you have an office you need to move, if you're going across country, they'll get you all packed up and gone.
Oh, that's great. That's great. If you guys have some business cards to drop off to me at the center, please do it. Thank you.
There you go. There you go. Oh yeah, Kristen's saying Josh is great. He does presentations over there.
Yeah, that's definitely something I would love to look into more. Most definitely.
Yeah.
And of course, even partnering up with our fire department, things they see, as issues too. So
Right.
I'm already
Right.
thinking. I'm already,
Right.
the nuts and bolts are going in there.
Well, and
so.
insurance agents have whole different sets of things that they find to be hazards. Honest to God, on an insurance inspection one time in a tenant-owned house, we had to remove a pair of shoes from a stairwell that was going down into the basement and take another picture because they would not insure the house while those shoes were sitting there.
Wow.
Hand to God.
Unbelievable.
That was really an issue. A pair of, and I think they were like the flip-flops that you would naturally put on if you were going to get your laundry.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Really? Flip-flops? Didn't even notice them. They weren't there the day we showed the house because he was outside.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
But there's a lot of...
Definitely. And, it's important hearing stuff like that. I would not have even thought about what you know what I mean? What you were just talking about, that safety
Because
stuff.
I do it. I'm in houses every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why we need, more people like you.
These conversations.
Exactly.
I find that every time I have a conversation, I learn something. Whether I want to know it or not is another case. But I found I learned
we learned something.
So, yeah, you know what? We'll stick around another 20 minutes and you'll have like seminars for 3 years all set up and there'll never be a repeat.
She does have a lot of ideas.
You'll literally do my job for me.
There you go.
Seriously, I love this. So I'll see you tomorrow, Adeline.
Perfect. We're going to drink wine too.
We are.
We have to.
I'm looking
We have
forward
to.
to
Lou
it.
can't hog you anymore. You're going to have to share.
I guess.
You can do all the seminars and all the work. We'll do
You
all
guys
the wine.
just drink the wine, sitting back, drink the wine.
Yes.
That's cool.
I like that division of labor.
Me too. I
That's a good-
absolutely agree. I think it's fair. It's only fair.
That's a good 50-50, right?
What about Kristen?
Okay.
Kristen's probably over there like,
Well,
okay.
Kristen
She's
doesn't
gonna
have
want
to
the
work
wine,
either.
too.
She should have wine.
She'll
I
have the
agree.
wine.
I think
agree.
Lou can carry us.
Very much so.
Why not? All three of you.
Oh, yep. And they also have an insurance agent that she can recommend to you.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. See, she's way ahead of us.
She is.
Thanks,
She
Kristen.
is.
I love that. But yeah, that would be like a nice little package, doing a little, you know. But then when you have the Welcome Center, the One World Center, you really could just do this like an afternoon thing. Have a home inspector, a mortgage broker, Lou, you know, Kristen, whoever.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
I definitely think that's like I said, that's the goal. That's what we want to do.
It's so exciting.
I know it really.
It just takes it to a whole nother level.
You're absolutely right. You know, we're hearing all of these things. Oh, we're getting this, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't wait to have it. I can't wait to have it. So literally, that's me. I'm like, can we just have it already?
It's like the long road trip with the parents.
Are we there yet? Seriously.
I could see that because I would be itching too.
And
I don't.
It is exciting.
I have an idea. I just have to have it.
Yeah,
going.
yeah.
It's not good enough that it's there. It has to be implemented and running.
Oh yeah. And honestly, the executive director Shelley and Tracy Davis, my supervisor, who's so wonderful, they day in and day out are reminding us of why we're doing this, of all of these amazing things that are coming. And it's like, I would never, I love all of the places I've worked, and maybe the places I'll work in the future I'll love too, but this place will always hold a special place in my heart. And honestly, it isn't just
a big
because
difference in your life.
You're right. And it I wouldn't even say it's just because of that too. It's because of the people I'm surrounded with. And it's like they make my job so much better. Like, not only do I love what I do, but I love who I'm doing it with.
Yes.
It's great. So you guys have to come visit us. Lou has visited us.
I know exactly what you mean, because I work with Lou. So
there you go.
Yeah,
I love it.
Awesome to work with.
Well, he's all right.
Here and there.
He's like a little brother. We just love Lou.
Little brother to the three sisters.
Yeah, I have two partners, and it's like family.
Yeah,
it really
it is. We got a good environment over there.
Yeah, and then poor Brett has to scold us when we get loud
when
and
necessary,
obnoxious, and then he
say
goes
things
back
we
in his
shouldn't.
office, and we get loud and obnoxious behind his back again.
Things slip.
Well, every now and again.
Here and there.
Every now and again. He's going to institute a swear jar, I think.
Oh, no.
I'm going to be broke.
I hope they don't do that at my job.
Both.
I think everyone would be broke.
He's going to come in muzzled.
Probably
at the door.
Kelly'd probably end up putting a lot of money in there too.
Yeah. Kelly would just hide it when he's not there.
Probably.
What swear jar?
Earmuffs. So, Lou, beyond this seminar, the ones that you do at the Home Ownership Center are geared to people who have been here, have a better understanding of English. And honestly, the refugees who have a better understanding of English could always go there
always.
For, a little bit more in depth, because I think you go a little bit more into details there.
Well, what I do is I teach just a section of the home buyer education course. So, I basically just go over, like I said before, the purchase process. I really try to help them, like, teach them how to look for a home, you know what I mean? As far as like the condition and things like that, to consider the price of
things
taxes.
Things that you can change easily and inexpensively, as opposed to big issues.
Right. Like, look for something with a good roof, maybe some good siding, the core things, the things you don't want to spend a ton of money on as soon as you move in. I have done a couple of classes though with somebody who's not too versed in English, and there's been translators sitting there, and at that point you just you take a little bit more time and
slow down a little
and that kind of a thing. But yeah, I've lately been teaching there at least twice a month, and it's great. I mean, usually there's a banker there. Like last class I did with Mary Reska from Berkshire, and
Mary,
I love Mary too. She's awesome.
She really is.
Matt Judges is usually there as well as the insurance agent, and then normally Josh is the home inspector. So they kind of have like the whole team, kind of like you had mentioned you'd like to do at some point down there. We could always, I know Matt and I know Josh, so does Kristen. So one of us will get, the two of them in. I actually went to
resources.
Absolutely.
I went to high school with Matt.
All in this together.
Yeah.
So we've known each other a long time, and we can put something together for sure.
That's awesome.
I wouldn't.
Awesome.
I don't think it'd be too difficult.
Yeah. Yeah.
But teaching down there,
we got this.
It's it's honestly, it's really rewarding. I love teaching down at the Home Ownership Center because, a lot of those people, they're almost always first time home buyers, so they're kind of like, where do I start? And, those packets I sent you, I bring those in and I kind of try to, give them somewhere to begin and try to help them, avoid some of the common pitfalls that, can get you in trouble, during the home buying process. So I just try to, there is. And I try to get that stuff out of the way and make the process overall easier on them, because it should be exciting. It shouldn't be a drain on them or something that's stressing them out. So
yeah, it definitely should be a happy process.
But it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy going there.
I know, I can tell, because you're always excited to go, and you're always excited when you have done one.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just it's rewarding, like we've been talking about.
You just like being a smarty pants.
I like having something to offer, and I like just teaching people something they don't know, because I love being taught things I don't know, and honestly, I mean, I've looked into the refugee center and the things that they do, and they do a lot of wonderful things, and for what's coming, I can only imagine. Once.
Yeah. Got big plans.
Huge.
I think so too.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, you'll have to come back when everything's all set.
Definitely, I would love to.
Or maybe we'll have to get the D down there for a little live. Z's gonna ignore me.
That would be awesome.
But he'll be there because I just volunteered him.
Definitely,
but that would kind of be cool.
I agree.
No, it definitely would, because then maybe we can schedule something with them, the home inspector, the insurance agent,
and bring everything
of
in
course,
together.
Of course, definitely. And I definitely think that's something I would be up for. Even after these workshops, some questions that we've received there, we can address those kinds of things. So
that would be
awesome.
fun.
Yeah,
that honestly would be fun. Kind of like as a follow up to this.
I think that's
right. What questions came up, and then let's redo it, answer the questions so that we're reaching a wider audience.
Definitely.
Yeah, and please share this video, because we really do want to reach a lot of people, as many of the people that need help.
Absolutely.
That we can. So
absolutely.
Share. Get this out there. These two are going to share it when they get out.
Yes, we
Without
are.
doubt.
All right. So anything else you want to touch on?
No, not
Kristen's
me.
all into
not
it.
me.
Buyer Seller Expo. Yep. All right. Kristen's already has the notes going. She's outlining this. If I know anything about her, she's like, okay, and we're going to do this, and this will be here, and that'll be here, and this will be done. And
we all need we all need a Kristen in our
We
life.
do.
Seriously.
If I had a Kristen, oh my gosh.
Life
She
would be
impressed the
easy.
crap out of me just the first time I met her, even. And
She's got a good head on her shoulders.
The first time I met her.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's great. She's great.
She's adorable. Both of them. And now I'm forgetting.
Gia?
Thank you, Gia. I was forgetting Gia's name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Gia's adorable too. I love her.
Yeah, Gia's great.
She's awesome. Yeah, they're both really good. Well, and there's more than just two people that work there, but those are the two that we deal with a lot. So those are our girls.
So I'm sure me and Kristen will have a lot to talk about later in the week.
Oh God, yeah, I'm sure.
And then we'll end up setting another meeting, and
oh yeah, definitely.
we'll figure something out. Then we'll go talk to Selma.
Yeah,
there you go.
So just to kind of end things from my point, but if anyone is ever interested in learning more, interested in the services we provide, or just knowing about the services we don't necessarily provide but would like a contact, feel free to contact me. My office number is 315-738-1083. I'm in my office 8:30 to 4. Whatever you guys need, if I can help you, just let me know.
And if you can't help them, I have a feeling that you know somebody who can, or
I usually do.
Somebody.
Exactly.
Selma's
so
a boss.
Strike me as that person.
Selma's a boss.
Yeah, I like her. Instantly, I like her.
Thanks.
So, Lou, recap when and where and why everyone should come and see you.
September 27th at 12:30 at 201 Bleecker Street in Utica.
At the Resource Center.
At the Resource, yes.
Buyer Seminar.
Buyer Seminar to go over again, home buyer education, the role of a realtor, helping get you pre-qualified, the grant money, and then an overview of the purchase process.
Okay, and if we have non-refugees who would also like to, catch a seminar, what's your next one that you're doing at the Home Ownership Center? Is it scheduled yet?
Believe the next class is next Wednesday.
Okay. And
next
that's
Wednesday.
An evening class, right?
Actually, I believe it's a morning class.
Oh, okay.
I'd have to double check my schedule,
Okay.
but any questions, feel free to contact me or the Home Ownership Center. My number is 315-527-4923.
Perfect. Thank you guys so much for coming.
Thank you.
And getting the word out and doing this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's incredible. And we're going to check back when this
Yes,
thing is all
we
set
are.
up. And we'll have to do something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
We'll put something together.
Yeah. I think we
Awesome.
can do something nice. I'll let you do all the work, and I'll just sit there and look pretty
So
and
this
chat
buyer-
with her about questions.
So just
Chat
to
about
clarify,
wine.
the Buyer Seller Expo I'm working. The three of you are just drinking wine in the back?
Yes.
Is that it? Okay.
Well, we're gonna
I look
be
forward
on
to
air.
this.
We're going to be on air answering the questions that came in while you're dealing with everybody who actually wants to buy a house and doing all the work.
What
Great.
she said.
That works.
I'm up for it. High five.
Maybe I shouldn't have paired you two up.
This is the beginning of something great, you know?
Yeah, you should be afraid because I see wheels turning. You're in so much trouble.
So much trouble.
He's going to be busy.
Oh, yeah. I think so, too.
So stay tuned for part 2 of what is Lou going to get into next.
I'm looking forward to it.
And everybody, please try to stop out the 27th at 12:30 at the Resource Center for Refugees. And this Wednesday at the Sculpture Space, go check out some of the art. I have a feeling that a lot of it's really interesting.
Yeah, definitely. And I'll share that, I'll share it on my Facebook too. Usually when I share stuff like that, it's usually public. So of course I'll have information about Unspoken, about our Sculpture Space,
right.
Our partnership with them. I'll always have information there. So my Facebook, you guys tagged me in the podcast. So feel free to click on my name and, see what stuff, I have on there. And if you'd like to attend, I'd love to see you all there.
And I'm gonna have you go back and tag the website in the comments here.
Absolutely.
She'll put the website in the comments. That way, if you want to look at any of the events, you can just click on it and check them out because there's a lot going on.
Yeah,
you're doing a lot.
I know.
Thank you.
Busy. Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Absolutely.
Love community service. It's wonderful.
It is.
Perfect. Thank you guys for coming. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
I want you to have a good night. And next week, EJA Movers is coming in, our new sponsor. So they'll be in with some packing tips and moving tips. So I'm kind of excited.
Nice.
After moving me 3 times, he taught me a few things.
Great.
Thank you guys and have a great week. Bye.
This has been Home Free with Adeline Vandyke, sponsored by the Property Sisters of Mohawk Valley, a member of Weichert Realtors. Like and follow them on social media. Interested in buying or selling a home? Call 315-601-9630.
So you just bought your dream home, and now it's time to move. Let's face it, nobody likes to move. All the packing, unpacking, lifting, upstairs, downstairs, and broking everything, including your back. Let the professionals at EJA Moving Company take all the stress and pain out of your move. Competitively priced moving, relocation services, office moves, and complete packing and unpacking services. They work with everybody to make it simple and easy for you to move and relocate. Call EJA Moving Company at 315-335-0516. When it's time to relocate, have EJA Moving do all the work for you. Hit them up online, ejamoving.com.
Hey, Disruption Network. This is Mike Sacco, the general manager at Nye Volkswagen of Rome. If you don't know me by name, it's only because you have not received the best deal. There's only one reason to leave Utica, and that's to come see me in Rome and get the best deal on your next new, pre-owned, or certified VW. Mention that you heard this ad from Disruption Network and receive $250 off your next vehicle purchase. You'll know why our customers say, I love my Nye VW. Come see us at 5865 Rome Taberg Road in Rome or visit us online at nyvwofrome.com.
Join us Saturday, October 13th as Disruption Network and Doughboy Barbecue presents Trip Fest 2 at the Jewish Community Center, 2310 Oneida Street in Utica. A night to pay homage to Vinny, Captain Trip Moriel. Utica icon, yo! Come pick through all Captain Trip's personal treasures, local artist display, food from Doughboy Barbecue, beer, wine, and live music. Bands include, after a 24-year hiatus, the return of Taurus, Kate Devin, The Crazy Fools, Thunderwatt, and a 315 All-Star tribute to the Grateful Dead. Tickets are $10 in advance and $15 at the door. Partial proceeds to benefit Laney's Army. Doors open at 6 o'clock. Taurus kicks it all off at 6:30. It's Trip Fest 2, Saturday, October 13th. Trip Fest 2 is sponsored by Nye Volkswagen of Rome, 92.7 FM The Drive, Priceless Inspection, Donato Appraisal Services, Dr. Scott DeMichele, and Saranac Brewery.
The Property Sisters of the Mohawk Valley was born when 3 top producing agents with over 25 years of combined experience selling real estate joined forces to take real estate to the next level. We practice with honesty, integrity, and the knowledge to help make the buying and selling process easy and stress-free for all of our clients. We pledge to always make our clients our top priority from start to finish and even after the house is closed. We will always be a valued resource for information and assistance for our buyers and sellers. Our customers over the years have become not only past clients, but great friends. As we join hands together as the Property Sisters of the Mohawk Valley, we look forward to serving our clients and our community and making a positive difference. You can reach us at 315-601-9630 for all of your real estate needs.